Mario Kart World came out just over a year ago, but would you believe it if I told you there's another game that came out 12 years ago, then re-released 3 years later, which is 9 years ago, is somehow doing just as good and almost better than Mario Kart World? Of course, I'm talking about Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, baby. Somehow, after 9 years of being out on Nintendo Switch 1, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is still selling extremely well. Thanks to Pierre485 on Twitter, we have information on the latest data of Nintendo's software and hardware sales, and we know that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe shipped 450,000 copies in this recent quarter. Their total sales are now over 71.53 million units and counting. Together with the Wii U version, the title now exceeds 79.99 million units worldwide. Wii Sports lifetime sales are now within reach, within only 2.91 million units separating them. Now, this game always has a great boost during the holiday season in Q4, but even for it to still be alive today at all is insane to me. Let's just compare some recent Switch 2 titles just so I can show you how crazy this is. Now, I believe this is both Switch 1 and Switch 2 edition of Pokemon Legends ZA, but in Q1, only 490,000 were sold, pretty much already matching Mario Kart 8, and with Q2, only 50,000. It's having higher numbers right now consistently than Donkey Kong Bonanza after just 2 quarters. Donkey Kong Bonanza right now at 270 and 260,000 in the last 2 quarters respectively. Even doing better than Kirby Air Riders in the last 2 quarters as well. But this is where it gets insane. You can see Mario Kart World's recent sales, you can see the giant drop-off simply because Mario Kart World is no longer in bundles with the Nintendo Switch 2, and that's what's causing this drop because now people have to go out and buy the game separately. But you can see 670,000 and 690,000 in sales, so it's still doing pretty healthy still, all things considered, outside of the bundle. But I mean, in comparison to Mario Kart 8, it's dang near close. You're looking at a difference of 240,000 from a brand new Mario Kart game that just came out about a year ago compared to a Mario Kart game that came out 9 years ago and was already a remade or remastered version, or technically an ultimate deluxe version of one that came out on the Wii U 3 years prior. This is just a freaking insane testament to how good Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has sold. It's absolutely insane. I don't think anyone, even for a second, thought that Mario Kart World was going to outsell Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I don't think it's ever going to happen unless Nintendo has crazy DLC plans for this game, which they haven't said anything that's already been over a year. But Mario Kart World obviously selling very well thanks to those bundles. I'm sorry, the bundles are definitely helping for sure. I mean, you can see the literal drop off in sales after that bundle had kind of been taken off the market after the holiday season. For a while, Mario Kart Wii was on top, and it only took a year and a half for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe to just shoot past it and just keep going. And as you can see so far with Mario Kart World, it's starting to hit that flat line now that the bundles are taken out of the equation. And I've also read a lot of comments of people just confused by this, saying like, why in the world are people still buying the old one so much? Because it's a valid question. This is a 9-year-old game and there's a brand new Mario Kart on the market right now. So what gives? I honestly think there's a lot of reasons we could pull from here. Sure, we can just say that Mario Kart 8 is better, which I'll get to that in a second, but I think for one, we gotta look at the pricing. Mario Kart 8 is $20 cheaper than Mario Kart World. You're looking at the difference of a $60 Mario Kart game and an $80 Mario Kart game, which is a hard buy. Now you might say, well, Mario Kart World can be pretty much purchased for a lot cheaper, technically like $50 in the bundle with the actual Switch 2, which you're correct, and that's why it's sold so well up until now. But now that that bundle is gone, it might be a hard pill to swallow for people to jump into a $450 console and then buy an $80 Mario Kart game on top of it. Not to mention, the Nintendo Switch 2 is rising to $500 in a month. So honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this next quarter drops even more, maybe even significantly because of this Switch 2 price hike. It might drop to something like $400,000. Something else I think is a good thing to point out is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe wasn't a launch title for the Nintendo Switch 1. You already had Breath of the Wild there. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe didn't have a skyrocket start the way Mario Kart World did because of the fact that it wasn't a launch title, but it had something else. It had the benefit of being an added perk that comes along after you buy your Switch. You bought it for Breath of the Wild and maybe even Mario Odyssey since it was already announced and you knew it was coming, but since you have your console now, might as well pick up Mario Kart 8 Deluxe as well. You had so many people buying into the brand new Switch because of that open world Zelda and that brand new 3D sandbox Mario game. So Mario Kart being slapped in between them in a nice juicy sandwich of awesome software was just a perfect thing for Nintendo. With Mario Kart World being the launch title, it's either you buy into the console to have Mario Kart World day one or you wait. So what I'm saying is, I think there's a good chance that after Nintendo starts announcing some major IPs, like after Ocarina of Time's remake comes out and the brand new 3D Mario sometime next year, after those games drop and people really start buying in the Switch 2s to play those games, because trust me, everyone's going to be trying to buy a Switch 2 to play the latest and greatest new 3D Mario. Mario Kart World is going to be there as a delicious side that people can buy into as well. Hopefully at a cheaper price. I doubt Nintendo lowers the price of Mario Kart World, but they definitely should, at least down to $70. Now I know a lot of people don't want to hear this one. I get it, but it is a sad truth. I think it's also a quality thing. Mario Kart World had one of the most divisive launches I've ever seen. There were so many people that were so on board with this game, and then so many people that were so upset with this game and the changes that they made to the Mario Kart formula. So yeah, I think this was a big reason why even more people didn't buy into the game right away. If this was a more traditional Mario Kart with just a bunch of really cool new features that didn't have straightaway intermission tracks, you know, and gave more options online and maybe even announced some DLC or updates to come in a pipeline, then maybe we'd have seen this number even doubled. But with it already being over a year since this game has come out, it seems like Nintendo's just kind of abandoned the thing. Maybe they're waiting for a new 3D Mario to add tracks from that game or have collaborations with another, but it's just very strange that they haven't announced any significant updates outside of some small things that they are adding, it looks like every 2 to 3 months, like maybe brand new Knockout Tour Cups, maybe some little changes with the track designs overall, but it hasn't been anything significant or anything to really make people say, ooh, I really want to jump back into this game. They haven't even added the option just to play 3-lap tracks online, which is something that fans have been begging for. I can tell you, even from my friend group, about 3 of my entire 10 friend group that normally plays Nintendo games has bought a Switch 2 in Mario Kart World. And the 3 that bought Mario Kart World only played it for a little bit before they got tired of it. So my rest of my friends are like, what's the point of buying a Switch 2 if you guys didn't even like Mario Kart World? I might as well wait and see what big games are coming later on down the line. So yes, word of mouth is very powerful, especially this day and age with the internet. And when a lot of people are seeing so many complaints and so many people upset with the current Mario Kart, then lots of people are going to say, I don't think I need to spend $500 on this console to miss out on what people are saying is one of the weaker Mario Kart games. Plus, if you take out the intermissions, you only have 30 tracks in Mario Kart World, where you have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with a base of 48, and then they added an additional 48 for 96 tracks. Sure, the Booster Pass tracks don't look the best, but I've always said, who freaking cares? It's 48 brand new tracks. Well, I guess returning tracks from past games, but in a new look. And I don't care about the art style. I'm racing. I don't need time to look at the grass textures, dog. These tracks are awesome. And for dang near the same price of Mario Kart World, you can just buy Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and its Booster Pass DLC, get all 96 tracks and all these characters for the same price, if not a couple dollars more expensive than Mario Kart World. Plus, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe often has deals online, or you could probably just get the game already used for a great price. You know what? Give me a second. Yep, you can literally go find Mario Kart 8 Deluxe used for like 35 to 40 bucks at some places right now. So for around $65, you can have 96 Mario Kart tracks right now. And I'll be completely honest with you, I am not joking or LARPing the way the kids say these days. I am actually playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe still, way more than Mario Kart World. My friends, mostly, we've tried Mario Kart World, it's not really working out. We'll have some chaotic battles and stuff, and then it'll be like, all right, this is just too much chaos. Let's go back to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And then we all go back to that because it feels just better. I don't know, it does. But it is still early. It's only been about a year, so Nintendo could have some significant updates for Mario Kart World. They could do something to boost sales. They could announce some DLC. I don't know, something. And maybe eventually after some of these bigger titles like a new 3D Mario and Zelda and stuff come out, lots of new people buy into the Switch 2 and then pick up Mario Kart World in the process. But I think it's also a testament to the quality of Mario Kart World. Honestly, whether you love the game or not, you gotta admit that it's not appealing to everybody the way something like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is. It's a simple Mario Kart game, but with 96 tracks. I think a lot of people just want more content with their basic Mario Kart gameplay, instead of some crazy mechanics that change what made Mario Kart for so long. I personally love the mechanics of Mario Kart World, by the way. I think they're awesome. It literally just the intermissions for me. And honestly, the lack of online modes to play Mario Kart just the classic way. 12 racers, 3 laps, done. But I cannot believe Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is still selling so well. It's actually pretty fantastic. And you know what? The more I think about this stuff, I'm like, what if Nintendo sees this and sees all the backlash for Mario Kart World, and they did have DLC planned, but they decide to say, you know what, let's hold off on this and let's just start working on the next Mario Kart game. You know, it sounds crazy, but it very well could be true. Maybe Nintendo just wants to move on and forget what they did with Mario Kart World and try something new with the next game. So who knows? Time will tell. I can't believe Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is selling so well. Can you? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe before you head out. Jesus loves you, and I will see you all in the next one. See you guys.